Hello, class! Workbook time. As always, colloquial English talking about books. Well, you remember the book, right? This is the workbook. Let's practice. Well, as for today, we have a very short practice. Looking at language. Fill in the blanks to complete the mini dialogues. Let's do it together. Which book have you enjoyed reading recently? The Hunger Games. All right. It was written for teenagers, but I really liked it. Next one. How do you like that e-reader I gave you? I was worried I wouldn't use it, but actually, it's very handy. Number 3. Do you know anything about Ken Follett's book? I think they're sort of thrillers, aren't they? Have you ever read a Charles Dickens novel in English? No way. I mean, it would be too hard, wouldn't it? Number 5. Did you enjoy Crime and Punishment? Yes, although it was a little bit, depressing in places. And what do you think of the writer Dan Brown? Well, he's not a great writer, but I enjoy his books. So you use these to buy time, to get prepared. All right, sort of, well, all right, well done. But we're not done yet. We have a reading. As for the reading, I need you to take your time, read this, and circle the correct answers. Well, as always, this is your turn. I'll be waiting.
6.5 hours later.
All right, let's read it together. Kids, teens, and ebooks. Are young people embracing the new technology? Publishers are closely monitoring the sales of printed books and ebooks these days in order to adapt to an ever-changing market. Bearing in mind that today's children will be the consumers of the future, it is the under 18s that interests them most. Market research is carried out in this age group on a regular basis, and new data suggests that this segment faces some very special challenges. The first survey was conducted online among 1,000 parents of children from the ages of 0 to 12. 0 to 12. Disappointingly, for digital booksellers, ebooks still make up only 11% of children's books. There are several reasons for this. First, a child needs to own a digital device to be able to read an ebook. The survey found that while 27% of the kids of parents in the survey had their own computer and 25% owned a smartphone, only 7% currently possessed an e-reader. These figures are likely to increase in the future. However, as more children have access to a reading device, the parents in the survey said that they often share their digital devices with their kids, and they're starting to hand them down when they upgrade to a newer model, right? Another obstacle facing ebooks in the children's market is the popularity of traditional bookstores. These are still the number one source of discovery for children's books, and more than 85% of books are bought on impulse. Parents often prefer shopping in a bookstore because printed books are usually graded by age or level. They also make colorful presents for young children, while ebooks lack the visual and tactile appeal. On the other hand, the research showed that the look and feel of a book becomes less important as children grow older. 7 to 12-year-olds say that ebooks are fun and cool, and they encourage them to read more, despite the fact that their parents would prefer them to read printed books. The other segment that interests publishers is the young adult market. Teenagers today do most of their reading on smartphones and tablets. But this does not mean that they are in favor of ebooks. A second online survey of 1,000 13 to 17-year-olds showed that teens are way behind all other age groups in ebook adoption. 66% of young adults in the survey said that they prefer printed books to ebooks, and only 8% preferred ebooks. The main reason for this resistance is that teenagers enjoy using technology as a social medium. Every day they read hundreds of short pieces about all kinds of different subjects, and they share the most interesting with their friends. At this point, ebooks cannot be shared or commented on, and so they are not a very social technology. Surveys like these are of vital importance to publishers because they tell them about the latest trends in the market. In the case of the children's and young adult market, the two surveys have shown that printed books are still winning the race against ebooks. Well, that's very interesting because personally, I thought that one day we won't have the hardback books and we would just have ebooks. But I think they're still favorable. Well, let's see. Check your answers with your friends. The article is about ebooks in the under 18s ebook market. Number 2, fewer 7 to 12-year-olds have an e-reader than a computer. Number 3, the findings suggest that more children are likely to read ebooks in the future. Number 4, most children's books are bought in stores, traditional shopping. Older children are more attracted to ebooks than their parents. Number 6, ebooks are less popular with teenagers than other age groups. Number 7, teenagers regard reading as an individual than a social activity. The research shows that the teenagers and children still prefer printed books. You're right. Okay, now you can read again. There are some highlighted words. I need you to check them in your dictionary or teach them to your friend. And one more question. Which do you prefer, ebooks or normal traditional books? Speak with your friends. Exchange your ideas. You're great. Believe in yourself. And that's the short practice for today. Everybody, thank you for watching. As always, if you have a question, you can comment down below and I will get back to you. And you can also download the slides from the description part. As always, I just need you to support my work. So you can always become a member or you can bless me with a super thanks. That's all there is to it. Remember, purpose over pleasure all the time. Bye-bye.